Hello, teachers. Welcome back. It's great to see you all here today. Thank you for the incredible work you do every single day, guiding, inspiring, and shaping young minds. Your effort, curiosity, and commitment to learning make a real difference. So let's use this time to reflect, learn, and grow together as a community of educators who believe that every child can succeed. Let's get started. So in our previous session, we explored what assessment for learning means and why it plays such a powerful role in improving students' understanding. And today we continue that journey together. Today we are taking the next step, looking at how to actually implement assessment for learning in our classrooms through simple practical strategies that work every day. In this session, we aim to understand how AfL strategies help collect meaningful evidence of learning during instruction, identify different classroom assessment techniques used in assessment for learning and when to apply them, and differentiate assessment for learning from assessment of learning through real classroom examples and scenarios. Before we begin, think about your own classroom. What assessment techniques do you already use that help you understand student learning while teaching? As we explore strategies, let's keep 5 guiding questions in mind. Which strategy? What is it? Why use it? When use it? And how does it help learning? These questions help us choose assessment meaningfully, not mechanically. When can we use a strategy? AfL can happen before, during, or after teaching. Any moment can become a learning checkpoint. Now let's explore classroom assessment techniques for AfL. Now let's explore classroom assessment techniques for AfL. Now let's explore classroom assessment techniques for AfL. Now as you can see here, there are multiple techniques like 3-to-1 reflections, entry and exit cards, student-generated questions, KWL charts, misconception checks, self and peer assessment, and many more. These strategies are simple, quick, engaging, and can be used continuously to track understanding and guide instructions. For example, imagine you are teaching grade 9 science and lesson is about types of forces. Instead of waiting for a written test at the end of unit, you ask quick oral questions in the class, like, where do we see friction in our daily life? What is an example of non-contact force? As students respond, you immediately recognize who has understood, who is confused, and which concept needs reinforcement. So before moving forward, you pause and do a small demo with a ball and a rough surface for clarity. That is assessment for learning. In action, instant insights, immediate support. Now let's take one more example. Imagine a grade 7 social studies class discussing causes of the revolt of 1857. You divide students into groups and ask them to discuss which cause do you think was most significant and why. As they talk, you walk around listening to their arguments, questions, and explanations. Within minutes, you can hear which learners understand deeply, who is repeating information without clarity, and who needs help connecting ideas. You might jump in with guiding questions or call on a group to present their reasoning. So when we gather student responses, what kind of data do we collect? And how can we use that information to support students who need extra help? Think about this as we move ahead. So how do we utilize assessment data? We collect data in many simple everyday ways in our classrooms. Through student work samples like notebooks and worksheets, quick checks such as exit tickets, and observation as we talk around classroom. These help us spot common errors, identify who is struggling, and decide who needs more support or challenge. We also learn a lot from performance tasks like projects or group problem solving, where we can actually see students' thinking process. And equally important is student voice through reflection or peer feedback, which helps us understand confidence levels and learning needs from learners' perspective. All of this evidence helps us take informed action, adjusting our lesson plans, grouping students thoughtfully, and closing learning gaps in real time. That's how assessment becomes meaningful, when data leads to action. What makes a good technique? A good assessment technique clearly aligns with learning objectives, provides useful evidence, and guides our next step. It is not about the tool being superior, it is about choosing the right tool for right purpose. So now let's reflect. How is assessment for learning different from assessment of learning? What changes when our intention is improvement rather than judgment? So let's test our thinking with a few quick questions to connect this to real classroom scenarios. Feel free to discuss with your peers. How is assessment for learning different from assessment of learning? What do we mostly practice in our classrooms today? Use the classroom examples to guide your discussion and arrive at a shared understanding. You can also refer to the questions which are on the slide to take the discussions further. Let's continue working together to build classrooms where assessment is not an event, but a journey that supports every learner. Thank you. Let's continue.